Hello and welcome to another episode of Health Matters. I am your health coach, Dr. Michael Chalemi. And on this episode, what we're going to talk about is lower back pain, specifically how to get relief in 2026 without overcomplicating it. If your back feels tight, sensitive, stiff, or even likes to flare up out of nowhere, then this episode is for you. This is about micro solutions, kind of on a micro kick this year. And I think it's important for small improvements for big wins. So small self-care actions that take minutes, but they can add up to real changes over time. No extreme workouts, no push through it, no overwhelming activities, just practical steps that help calm your body down and help move better in a short period of time. So, first segment we're going to talk about is the 2026 shift small wins. Here's the truth. Most people don't need a massive routine to feel better. They need consistency. Back pain often becomes a loop. Stress, guarding, stiffness, less movement, more pain. Cycle spins over and over and over again. We see that in my office all the time. Um, it's a common thing that you have, right? So you, especially in today's microcosm, everything is stressful. Once you start stressing, your body goes to the area of weakness. Your body starts to guard, you stiffen up, and boom, your back pain is there. And then it just takes time for your body to reduce those inflammations and get it to calm down. So, with that said, we're going to look for micro solutions to break the loop. And that's going to tell your nervous system, hey, you're safe, you're okay. They're going to tell your joints, you could start moving again. You could start moving without triggering a flare up. The goal is not perfection or perfect posture or perfect form. The goal is to calm you back down and have it act more confident. How are you going to do that? All right, so I'm going to tell you. So now let's talk about what makes back pains flare up. Most flare ups come from one of these patterns, either one, too much sitting without breaks, or two, sudden overload movements, either lifting or twisting or doing a hard workout after sitting on the couch for days, or poor posture. And sometimes you could just wake up stiff. Sometimes when you have increased stress, you have more tension in your muscles, and that can make your body feel it more and more and more, right? So what typically happens is, one, you're sitting too much, you twisted too fast, your body swelled up, and then once you stop moving, then your body is often in that protective mode. When you're in that protective mode, everything tightens up. Your body actually, I have patients that have come in that'll be tilt like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. They're angled to one side. They're angled to one side because your body's actually protecting you. Because you're tilt to one side, your body's not allowing you to bend to the left or to the right, whichever way you're tilted. It's if you lean the opposite way, if you're tilted to the right, then your body does not want you to go to the left. Because if you go into the left, then you're going to put pressure on either a nerve or a disc condition, or your muscles themselves have locked you up in a certain position. It's putting you in that position to protect you. And it's your body's protective mechanism to protect you from hurting yourself more. So the problem is your body's protecting yourself, protecting you, but it doesn't like to release it that frequently. Sometimes it takes time for it to release. And that's what takes time for your body to start feeling better. So you could be in that stuck position, and there isn't really much you can do about it. Everything you do hurts. Every little sudden movement hurts. And those are the areas that we got to work on to make sure you don't get like that. So here are micro movements that help many people feel immediate relief. First, Stand up and gently shift your weight from side to side for 20 to 30 seconds. So basically, small hip hinges like closing the car door. So you're going to open your hips left and right. You're going to do that 5 times and do it controlled, right? The next thing you're going to do is again, so the first thing you're going to do is those gentle body shifts from left to right, small twists from left to right, and then you're going to open up your hips like a hinge, do some hinge lifts. Third is pelvic tilt. Gently tilt your pelvic forward and back while standing or lying down 6 to 8 times. The rule is simple. If it sharpens your pain, back off. If it feels like a good stress or reduces your stiffness, you're in the right zone. Micro movements is not about forcing ranges of motion, it's about restoring comfort. Next, posture resets that actually help. Let's talk posture in a way that doesn't create anxiety. You don't need perfect posture, you need a variety. Here's a reset that you can do anywhere. Sit or stand tall, relax your shoulders, soften your rib cage, don't flare them out, and imagine your head's floating slightly up. And take 2 slow breaths. If you sit for work, set a simple rule. Every 30 to 45 minutes, stand up for 60 seconds, reset. That one habit alone can be a game changer for your stiffness. I usually say stand up for 60 seconds, walk around your desk, and then go back and sit down. You want to reset your posture, right? So the other thing that you'll do if you're sitting at a desk, you'll notice your head goes forward, forward, forward. After about 15, 20 minutes, you start here and your head goes forward, 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 forward. The longer you sit, the more forward your head gets. It's just natural. We constantly are on the computer. We constantly leaning forward. If you reset every 30 to 45 minutes, you change your posture. Next, we're going to talk about breathing to calm your pain signals. Breathing is one of the most underrated pain tool because it directly affects your nervous system. So here's what I want you to try. We're going to inhale through your nose for 4 seconds and slowly exhale for 6. You can do that 5 times. So you're going to do that 5 to 6 times. When you do that, you're going to notice your body's going to naturally relax. Made me talk softer. It's going to give you a relaxation. Your body's going to feel less tense. So the longer you exhale, it basically is downshifting your body, right? You're relaxing, less guarding, less tension, less alarming to the body. If you've been holding stress in your lower back, this can be the first change in tension pattern that you feel. Next, let's talk about walking and recovering. Walking is one of the best back pain tools because it's rhythmic, low impact, and it lubricates the movements. If you're flared up, don't aim for a long walk. Aim for a short 5-minute walk that is gentle, maybe some heat, and that soft motion helps you get your joints and hips moving slowly. Now, here's a suggestion. If you are at a gym and you could do 5 minutes on the elliptical, nice and slow, you'll get your hips to widen and open. Not fast, not hard, just nice and easy, and it'll open up some of your hips, take some of the pressure off. A tip for when you sleep, if you're sleeping on your back, you're going to put a pillow underneath your knees so your feet are bent. If you're sleeping on your side, you're going to put a pillow between your knees, right? That'll help take some of the pressure off your spine. So I want to give you a daily routine that you can do every day. Save it, repeat it. Real basic, a 10-minute daily routine for helping back pain. So 2 minutes of the slow breathing, right? The 4-second inhale, 6 seconds out. You're going to do that for 2 minutes. Next, you're going to do 3 minutes of gentle movement, some pelvic tilts, hip hinges, slow weight shifting. You're going to do that for 3 minutes. Then you're going to do a 5 minute walk. Easy walking, nothing crazy. 5 minutes. You're going to just get your body moving, get your flow going. You do this for 10 minutes. It's just a basic. I know it's very basic. I understand it's very basic. I'm telling you it's basic. It's just some basic thoughts and basic ideas to get your daily routine of getting your hips moving. You're not proving how tough you are, or you're not building uh, muscles with this. This is just building trust within your body to get out of that pain cycle. Now, how do you know when to go see me or a professional, right? So if you have numbness or new pain weakness or pain that's shooting down your leg or things, your leg pain is getting worse, or even worse, you have loss of bowel or bladder control or pain that's escalating fast. Now you need to come in and either get medical evaluations and get a medical opinion, especially if you have loss of bowel or bladder control. That's a medical emergency that you need to go right to the hospital and get evaluated. If you've had pain for several weeks and it's not improving, a qualified professional can help you identify the specific factors of why that's happening. Chiropractor. It's kind of what we do. That's kind of why we're here. We see it all day, every day. We're very good at getting you out of pain, getting you functioning, getting you moving again. Also, physical therapy, getting you functional, right? So the combination of chiropractic and physical therapy together will help you function, right? I always say I like to do the combination of the two, right? So we're going to do core stabilization, core strengthening, plus some adjustments. The combination is a beautiful marriage. You really do get well fast and really get your joints functioning. So I want to give you some takeaways um, for this episode. Your back doesn't need you to do everything. It needs you to do something consistently. Pick one micro solution from today's episode and do it daily for 7 days. Then build from there. Little micro steps to show daily improvement. The micro steps build and stack and stack and stack. The more you do, the better you'll be. The more you micro stack, you'll have bigger solutions, right? Micro equals macro. So the more micros you do, you're going to bring it to a macro solution. Think about that. So if this episode has helped you, please pass it along to somebody else that has back pain. And the key part of what you're doing with this episode, this is simple. Be realistic, be smart, micro solutions. As I always say, the information I give you today is my opinion alone. This is not a substitute for medical advice. If you have any pain or problems, please see your medical provider. As I always say, you only got one of these. Your health matters. Treat yourself right. Take care of yourself. Till next time, Dr. Chilemi out. Have a great day.